Hold up.
Don't talk to the cops. And learn your rights.
Are you guys the pot lawyers?
Yes, we are.
So what do I do if a cop smells pot?
I will use a quote from an Instagram follower who called us undercover marijuana superheroes.
It's very important for us to be out there with the people.
We are the only attorneys out there at these festivals walking with the people and meeting and greeting and educating and medicating with them. So if you do have to deal with those cops, you will remember what we say.
To do it. The only ones with the balls to do
You
it.
gotta talk over me.
Hold
When he
up.
says, oh, what's that smell?
I don't want to discuss my day.
There you go. And if
Am I
you're
being
that's right. You say, I invoke the fifth.
I invoke the fifth.
You invoke the fifth, and then you shut the fuck up.
I'm Craig, the big brother.
I'm Mark, little brother.
And
we're the Pot Brothers at Law. Prior to getting into this cannabis business full time, I did criminal defense, family law.
I mainly did workers' compensation representation for injured workers.
We love cannabis, and we want everyone to have the same rights and be safe because of this police state we're in over cannabis.
It's a plant, for God's sakes. It's a plant.
By and large, people who come in, they're just unfortunate circumstances. They were charged with a crime. There's just way too much of that happening because people don't understand their rights.
In your case, you're not doing anything except growing how many plants for yourself?
I got about 80 plants growing.
Tell me why you need all that much for yourself.
Well, it's not all for myself.
Well, then, under the eyes of California law, you're a drug dealer.
My heart kind of sunk a little bit. I was like, ooh, shit.
I'm here to meet with the Pot Brothers to go over legalizing my grow operation.
You need to put these things in a locked trunk, smell-proof pouches, vacuum sealed. Even though you're legal, you still want to do all these things to avoid anything. You know, we're going to give you frank talk. We're not going to BS. And that's why I think we relate to these people.
You got to cut your hair and your beard because you're going to get profiled.
I'm sure I will, but that shit's not happening.
If you don't want to fucking do it, then don't fucking do it. Okay? But if you're going to be in that car with anything on you, fucking dummy if you don't cut that shit off. So your wife has a husband, so your kids have a father that's not in jail.
You got one foot in the felony door just by deciding to be in this business. We're going to try to keep the other one out. If the other one gets hauled in there and you do what we say, you're going to have a defense.
Tell us what the fuck happened.
Basically came to the window and the first thing he said was like, do I smell marijuana? Is that what you're doing tonight? When I got pulled over, they pulled me out the car without my permission. They searched my car.
Did they ever tell you you don't have to do this if you don't want to?
No.
The field sobriety test?
Never.
I mean, this is defendable.
So,
Mark and Craig, Pot Brothers at Law, here with your tip of the... Here with your tip of the day. Try not to cough.
If someone doesn't want to come to me as a lawyer because we smoke cannabis, then go talk to someone else. Would you rather have someone in a nice suit and tie who's all on Xanax?
And who doesn't particularly like cannabis, but is still going to represent you as a criminal
Or who
defense
drank all
attorney?
night and has a hangover? The stereotype just has to come down.
What do you do when the cop asks you questions? Shut the fuck up!
People love getting high with their lawyers.
All right. There we go.
Right. Can you just give me a sound check? Yeah, I'm not hearing you.
We don't hear you, big brother.
um,
Yeah, he's kind of slow when it comes to technical stuff. So
There we go.
Awesome.
All right. I'm good now.
Okay, cool. So basically, I'm going to kick this thing off. We'll start streaming with a little intro. I'll introduce you guys and then basically just go on and keep talking to ask for support for the show. And then after that, I'll introduce you again and we'll just start talking.
all right.
Got it.
So yeah, it's a pretty casual show. I've got some cool questions for you, hopefully, to kind of tie in the audience and lead them into what they're interested in hearing about. But yeah, I'm kind of open to going anywhere.
Well, we're pretty good like that.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off. Check, check. And welcome back to Taxation is Theft, the show that talks about all the ways the government is ripping you off and screwing you over. Broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube from an underground bunker deep within the jungles of Mexico in an undisclosed location. I'm Dan, Taxation is Theft Berman, former candidate for president of the United States, currently in the run for governor of Texas. And I'm required by law to tell you that listening to this show will increase your chances by 140% of the police shooting your dog. Tonight's guest, the world famous Pot Brothers at Law, Craig and Mark Wasserman, will be telling us how to survive the war on drugs, even though cannabis has been legalized for medicinal and recreational uses in many states. But before we get started, of course, I want to ask for your support. Head on over to taxationistheft.info. That's our new site. And that's got the podcast. That's got all of our awesome swag. Get yourself a hat, get yourself a t-shirt, one of these awesome lapel pins, flags, piss off your HOA, wave those things in front of your house. And everything that you do goes to support our efforts to eliminate taxes around the world. And now on to the show. Guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.
Awesome.
Good to be here.
Yeah, so I got to give you guys total credit for having a very I mean that was a pretty ballsy ad that went viral. Not too many people are willing to do that. So I'm going to start this off because I know there's a lot of crappy lawyers out there and a lot of them get a bad rap